What's up, y'all? My name is EEZZY, and you are now tuned in to Crowned on SaraG TV.
That's just how the world spins. I guess I'm selfish every now and then. You sin, I sin. You bleed, I bleed. You lose, I lose. I'm human too. Yeah.
Okay, wow, I have no idea what to expect, but let's go. What is your process of creating a beat? So it depends, really. Like, usually I just go into it like without thinking. Like, I just, say like one day, like, or whenever I feel like I have my laptop, hey, let me just make a beat, let me create, let me see what I can do. But sometimes, like, I'll listen to music like on the train, at work, or going somewhere, and I'll feel inspired. So I'll come back and I'll create based off of what I've heard and have my inspirations towards that. So I'll do that, and then I'll just let it flow. I don't have like a a set, like I need to do this first, I need to do the drums first, I need to do the keys first. Like I have like my own it's just whatever happens type of thing. So I feel comfortable doing it instead of having this forced process of it, which sometimes can make me feel like, why am I doing this if it's not authentic, So yeah. What's a piece of advice you would give to someone who wants to start producing? I would say just go for it. I would say the hardest thing for me really was to start, because I had my first time I really locked in to start producing. It was about 2011. I was in high school, and I was in and out of making music, and I was thinking about it. Should I do it? I don't know. That type of thing. And I feel like I might have lost out on just learning and growing and just taking life choices earlier on in life than catching up later in life. So I feel like just go for it. Just if you feel like that's something you want to do, then just don't think twice about it, and just wherever you can learn, just go ahead and learn, because it doesn't matter if you're self-taught, if you go on YouTube, have a tutor, a mentor, just take information from anywhere and learn, and just soak it all in. What emotional weight are you still carrying, and why? Oh, here we go. I would say and connecting to just going for it, actually. Lacking support in what I wanted to do, and just my choices I made and my journey. And I feel like because I didn't get that support early on from people that I consider friends and family, that might have altered some of my decisions to of course just go for it, like I said. So I feel like that stunted my journey and held me back a little bit. And I still today, more or less today, I have I feel less of that weight on me today, but it is something that still holds me a little bit, that I didn't have that great support from friends and family in the beginning of wanting to do music seriously and producing and stuff like that. So that is, yeah. Hey. What's the best/worst part about being a producer? Well, the worst part definitely for sure is just when you have friends that are in music and then they try to ask you for favors every day. That is the most annoying thing. It's oh wow, my boyfriend is a rapper, can you send me something for free? I'm just no. I don't know him, man. So yeah, that's people asking you out of the clear blue for favors. That's the most annoying thing. And the best part is I hear my creativity and stuff that I wanted to do, and just things that are in my head. like I can hear a song or a beat or like something I mixed and mastered, and I can say, like, I put my input on this, like this is like a part of me is in this. So like the joy and satisfaction I get from that, I feel like that's it trumps like the whole like people asking for favors thing, and just like the bad things that, you know, I can feel, and it comes out of the like the producing and the industry stuff. So yeah. How do you plan on breaking generational curses? I think it starts with like, you know, how like the parents now, and like whenever I do have children, like just how we teach them, like, you know, how to grow up and just like how to be in a, like move in the world and making adult decisions, like versus like how we were taught, like, or we were taught or lack thereof. Like, I feel like, you know, we should teach early just like about like the value of a dollar and just like businesses and investing, generational wealth, and, you know, especially, you know, us like Black people. So I feel like that's something that we should, especially our generation, because we have so much information like in front of us, and like we know so much more. I wouldn't say so much more, but just like the access to information, just we have like, you know, we're more cerebral, if I guess that's the word, like than some of the people in the last generation. We have new ideas and new perspectives. So I feel like us, like, you know, teaching our kids differently than we were taught, I feel like that might be a good way to, you know, break some of these patterns. What's something you should have done but didn't? Okay, so in college, I was offered a spot to be an intern at Republic Records, and this is something I didn't think would happen. Like I thought, like because I applied and I talked to like a couple people, I was just like, you know, it's something to do. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna get in, but I'll try it. And they called me and they said I got in, and I was just like, oh wow, okay. So, but at the same time, I was in my college, and I was in some other interning program at the studio there, and something in me told me that maybe it's better to like stick in college with people I already know and like, you know, grow with that opportunity, like than with like the big record label industry thing that, you know, might have gave me more exposure, like, you know, earlier on in like my journey. So sometimes I think about, and sometimes I think maybe I didn't make the right decision in that, but I feel like, you know, maybe, you know, things might be different if I did, or, you know, things, you know, might have panned out differently if I did, but I don't let it weigh me down though, but that's something I do think about, you know, like a decision I should have done or maybe might have done differently. All right, 1.5 right on, yes. How are you different from other producers in New York City? Well, this is like I was actually just talking about something like this, like in terms of, like, I think I'm more willing to like collab and try to do different things than some other people in New York City in terms of just, like, you know, I would really work with anyone. Like I don't have like just like oh, I'm not gonna do this person unless you're just like that friend that just comes to me randomly out the blue. But yeah, I don't mind. I would work with anyone, but some other producers like in New York City, like they just have like oh, like you need to have this level of accolades, or you need to be this person, oh, I'm gonna charge you to do this. And I feel like that limits us. Like I feel like compared to like some other cities like Atlanta or like Miami or even like LA to a point, like they're not afraid we're working with each other. They have like a sense of community, but producers here, like they feel like they need to have like a one-up on each other, and I feel like that's why I like try to stay away from like, I mean, I'm open to working of course, but like I usually tend to stay away because that's an experience that I've usually had like with producers in New York. So. What has been your greatest accomplishment thus far? I feel my greatest accomplishment thus far is that I realize that I have the accolades and I'm making enough money in terms of where I am as a producer now compared to where I was 5 years ago. I have the catalog, the connections, the experience of music. Biggest accomplishment really isn't a physical thing or just like a standard number of, oh, I made $100,000 or I've worked with Drake, you know, that type of thing. Even in 5 years ago, like, I was wanting to be this, but I didn't notice that, you know, I learned how to use like the Pro Tools or Fruity Loops. Like, I realized that was an accomplishment in itself because in 2013, or 2014, I didn't know how to do it. So I take accomplishments like step by step through my process instead of having a glass ceiling in the top where I feel I have to meet this and, you know, it's the standard of standards. I have a few, of course, you know, dream goals, but I feel like that's the most important one of, you know, journey and growth in these last couple of years. Yeah. That's about it, all right. All right. Have you ever been in love? Of course, yes. Shout out to my girlfriend that's probably watching this right now. But yes, yes.
What does it feel like?
I don't know, that's a very big question too. Oh, shit. It feels like, that's such an abstract question. How does it feel like? It feels like you would want to do anything for this person, and if you don't get that feeling or don't have it return the gesture or there's an unconditional part of it, I think is what I'm trying to say. You feel you do anything for this person and it feels good to do it. You feel happy doing it, and it's like an abstract. I'm just trying to figure out what is love. I'm just like, oh shit. No. All right. What is something you are currently taking for granted? I think time. I think I'm taking time for granted. I think we have a limited time, like especially during the pandemic, I would say. Like, I feel throughout this whole thing, I realized that I had more time than I thought I did to, you know, move closer to some of my goals or work on some projects I wanted to do and never started. So I feel like I realized throughout this whole, you know, hell we've been through, I realized, you know, we have more time in a day or than we think, or, you know, more opportunities whenever we go by doing our own thing that we can move along in our process of, you know, just what we're trying to do and move closer to accomplishing our goals. So I feel, and it's very underlooked too, like most people wouldn't even like think about, you know, oh, it's time, because, you know, it's something that, you know, we just waste every day doing our own like thing, but, you know, when we think about it, it's the thing that we all spend every day, like, you know, each and every one of us. So something to think about in terms of like anyone, not even just me in producing, but anyone that's, you know, doing their own thing as like a singer or even just like in their career or something, like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right, yes, sir, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm working on about 3 or 4 projects right now in terms of producing, mixing and mastering, curating beats. I feel probably the first half of 2021, most of these projects should come out, so definitely check that out and wait for it. I'm working on my own personal project myself. It's gonna be like a big production, like live band, singers. I have little details on that right now, but I'm working on that right now, moving along that, and details of that will come soon as well, first half 2021. And I am, oh, of course, right now I'm plugging my own thing. I have a fashion brand that I'm starting called Creative Fucking Genius. I hope this is a PG or PG-13 show, so I can say this. I don't know if I have already, but yeah, if you can check it out on creativefuckinggenius.com, but the U is a V, so creative, FVCKING, genius.com. I have hats, sweaters, shirts. Yeah, I'm trying to make more clothes. I'm trying to be more of an entrepreneur, trying to learn new things in music, work with new people, and yeah, just trying to grow, like, 2021. Yeah. So once again, my name is EEZZY. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone who has, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to SaraG TV.